Hotel Echo Lima, Lima Oscar. Good evening from Southeast London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG repping, otherwise short for Dele London Guna, space, Romeo Echo, Papa, Papa, Indigo November. Welcome again to another Premier League review and roundup of all the games that's happened over the course of the weekend, and plus all the goals to go through. But before I go into the fixtures of this past weekend, do me a favour and show me love, joy and respect by smashing the thumbs up like button for me, yeah? Smash the thumbs up like button, left, right and centre, gloriously and galore. Share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives. And if you're watching me for the first time, or this content, or you've seen me with a fresh trim for the first time, welcome on board. Just make sure that you share this channel amongst your friends and your relatives, yeah? And tell them to share it amongst their friends and relatives. On top of that, yeah, do me a favour. If you want to comment on a game that you went to, if you've got any opinions of your football club, any idea, etc., leave it in the comment section below. And as far as DLG repping is concerned, my comment section is for positive feedback only. So keep it nice, but keep it extremely respectful. Lastly, subscribe to the channel, yeah? Smash that sub button for me, left, right and centre, gloriously but passionately, yeah? The aim is to get to over 1,000 subscribers and beyond. Let's get there this year, middle of this year, end of this year. Let's do this, yeah? And if you subscribe, I'll show you love, joy and respect by shouting you out, yeah? Just like Bucky's View. Shout out to Bucky's View. He's the last one to subscribe recently. So let's get more subscribers on this channel, yeah? The aim is to get to road 1,000 subscribers and beyond 1,000 and beyond 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, maybe 40,000 one day. Let's do this. Why can't it happen? So without further ado, I'm going to go into the Premier League games and review them as best I can. So the first game is Arsenal v Southampton. Oh, wow. What an event. What an eventful evening at the Emirates. Arsenal expected to win by 2, 3, 4 clear goals. Expected to get the win. The first 25 seconds of the game, a nightmare start. Or a start from hell. Now, Aaron Ramsdale receives the pass back, yeah? And he's got 3 red and white shirts to give a simple pass to, ball to feet. What does he do? He goes for the most difficult pass to Zinchenko. Doors closed by Alcaraz. He shifts the ball to his right. And before you know it, bang, we're 1-0 down. Now, Aaron Ramsdale, I have praised you immensely well and excellently. You've been excellent for us since you signed for Arsenal. You've been excellent this season. But for me, you are a big wally. No, you're a plonker. Absolute plonker. Why would you do that? Why would you put us under that immense pressure? And after that, there was a lack of fight, especially in that midfield area. I'm more critical of the midfield area because Lavia was allowed to run the fixture in the inside, well, for the first 20 odd minutes of the game. Young 19-year-old Southampton midfielder Lavia ran the midfield, overshadowing Thomas Partey, out schooling him, if the truth be told. And before you know it, inside 20 minutes, we find ourselves 2-0 down. Those who nickname him Wally Walcott, Theo Walcott, raced beyond Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães and slots it past the outstretched hand of Aaron Ramsdale. We're 2-0 down. It was the worst possible start to the game. But credit where credit is due. Bukayo Saka, great bit of play on the wing. It's not been a dull moment with him. He has been absolutely terrific on that wing, and he's had to go the outside of the player, cross it on his weak foot, and Martinelli took his shot first time as he drifted inside the penalty area. One time, goal. We're back in the game. Now, with how many minutes to go? 20 odd minutes to go. We were trying to really push for that equaliser to get into half time at 2 apiece. It just never happened. It just never happened. Second half, we've pushed for the equaliser. Benjamin White from a corner, glancing header, and Alcaraz, the goal scorer, with a terrific clearance. Even at 2-1 down at half time, even at 2-1 down in the first half, we could have found ourselves 3-1 down. But give Ramsdale credit where credit is due. He made a vital save at the near post, and I mean a real vital, important save. But in the second half, like I said, Benjamin White had a goal line. He had a headed, cleared off the line by Alcaraz, the goal scorer. We had a numerous opportunity, and then we could see the corner, outswinging corner comes in. Rob Holding gets out jumped by Bella Kochop, and Kalatasar, who came on for Bednarek. Unmarked, free header, 3-1. My head was in my hand. I had an Arsenal fan telling me it's over. We've lost this game, you know. And I was, to an extent, declined to accepting it. And then the 87th, 88th minute, Martin Odegaard plays a 1-2 with Benjamin White. He receives it at the edge of the box and pings a left-footed curler past the outstretched arm of Bazuna, who was time wasting along with his Southampton teammates. And I didn't appreciate that for the good of the sport. But justice was served to an extent because we got the equaliser. Reece Nelson with a curling right-footed, low effort, saved by the goalkeeper. Bukayo Saka in the right place at the right time to slot in the equaliser. Now, the adrenaline was definitely on our side with 8 minutes of stoppage time. And Leandro Trossard, left-footed shot, cuts inside on the right, unleashes a left-footed shot, hits the top of the bar. Agonizingly close. And Reece Nelson has a deflected effort just wide. The opportunity started to mount. But I can't understand why we need to show that fight back. But anyway, I'm not going to go into it anyway. Full-time whistle goes. I didn't think there was going to be any added time onto stoppage time. So it finished Arsenal 3, Southampton 3. That was Friday night's game. Let's get on to Saturday fixtures. Starting at the Craven Cottage, good early game between Fulham and Leeds United. Now it was played at a fast tempo. Fulham dominating the majority of that first half, and maybe should have gone into the interval maybe 1-0 up with tossing Adedarayabo, however you pronounce his name. He had a header at the back stick, well saved by Millier, but the offside flag went up against him. But Fulham looked the dangerous of the two teams. In the second half, Fulham piled on the pressure again. Leeds were defending deep. And in the end, it paid off. Willian with a great cross on his weaker foot on the left. Goalkeeper Millier, he could have done a lot better and possibly have punched that ball at a long distance, but he didn't do that. He flapped at it. Harry Wilson was there, left-footed shot on the half volley, in off under the crossbar. Great strike, 1-0 Fulham, and fully deserved. if you ask me, that goal looked like it was coming all the way along, and then 1-0 became 2-0. Again, Robinson on the left. I mean, Fulham on the left with Robinson, their left back, puts in the cross in, and Pereira is going to have the easiest goal of his Fulham career when he just blazed it into an unguarded net, 2-0. Fulham in complete control, very comfortable, and on their way to the 3 points. But it was all but comfortable when Leeds United got a consolation. Bamford, I think it was a cross on the left. Bamford was involved. He's gone for the tap in, but it was going wide, and then Palhinha, unlucky, he was in the right place, but the ball deflected off him into the back of the net. It was 2-1 Fulham, and it was all but comfortable for Fulham. But then again, Fulham were going for the third goal to kill the game off, and it just didn't happen for them. So it finished. They just couldn't get their killer goal, but it didn't matter. So it finished Fulham 2, Leeds United 1. Next game, Brentford v Aston Villa. Now this game was played at such a fast tempo. I thought Brentford and Villa both carved open chances, but I think Brentford were the better team in the first half, and maybe on another day they could have had the lead at the interval. Ivan Toney getting an assist from Chardonnay, and he's right-footed effort inside the penalty area, well saved by the goalkeeper. In the second half, Brentford raised onto they got onto the front foot, and Mbeumo putting in an in-swinging cross, and there was Ivan Toney to slot in with his left foot through the legs of the goalkeeper on the left-hand side of the inside 18, 1-0. But in the last 15 minutes, I think Aston Villa were really on top of their game on the front foot, and 3 minutes to the 90th minute, cross comes in. Brentford just don't deal with what Villa were throwing at them. I think a cutback comes on to Douglas Luiz, and even before the goal, Jacob Ramsey had a magnificent opportunity to slot in the equaliser, but he's blazed over the bar instead. But Douglas Luiz threw an assist, 1-0. 1-1, and Villa could have won it late on with Ollie Watkins as his header. He just put too much power on it, I suppose, and over the bar. But nevertheless, I think a draw was a fair result for both teams. So it finished Brentford 1, Aston Villa 1. Next game, Crystal Palace v Everton. More important for Everton than it was for Palace, and you could see in that game, Everton they weren't on the front foot as such, but Palace caused them all ends of problems, and didn't really bother their goalkeeper. And then Iwobi in the first half, he has a magnificent effort, which was well saved by Sam Johnston. Mason Holgate gets a booking for a first half challenge on an attacking player, and then in the second half he had to see red. Even before the red card, I would say that Dominic Calvert-Lewin had a magnificent opportunity, but he slotted it wide. But that being said, Mason Holgate, well, he was on the second yellow and he's stretched, and it was said that it was not long for him coming back from injury. That being said, he should never have gone in for that challenge. So Rashleigh should have kept running with him, but he put his team under pressure and the whole club. And as it says in the banner in the away section, fight like your fans. The Everton fans sending the message directly to the players. That being said, it's a point gained, but 2 points dropped. So it finished Crystal Palace 0, Everton 0. Next game, Leicester City v Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now this was important for Leicester City, and Dean Smith went with a front three of Datsun, Patson Daka, Jamie Vardy, and Kelechi Iheanacho. I thought it was a game that was played at a fast tempo. Both teams going for it, and Wolverhampton Wanderers got their noses in front. I think a deflected shot or a shot by Matheus Cunha. But before then, Leicester had opportunities to get a goal. And I think, well, at 1-0 down, Leicester really put on the pressure. And Jamie Vardy racing onto a through ball, brought down by Jose Sarr. He was booked. Kelechi Iheanacho, pressure on his shoulders, I can only imagine, was immense. But he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. Ball on target, 1-1 from the penalty spot. And then the pandemonium in the second half, Christian Castagna getting the winning goal. Good cross on the left. And Castagna, after Kelechi Iheanacho dummied it, not dummied it, made a good run at the front post. Castagna was free to slot in the winning goal. So it finished Leicester City 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Last game of the Saturday list was Liverpool v Nottingham Forest, and what a game that was. I mean, first half, you would think Liverpool carved a number of opportunities to go into the lead up. At half time, maybe 2-0 up, if not 3-0 up. Nottingham Forest had to defend as well as they could do, and they did. But second half, it really livened up. Diego Jota getting onto the score sheet. I think it was a scramble in the Nottingham Forest penalty area, and Jota was on hand to put Liverpool 1-0 up. But to Nottingham Forest's credit, they got back into the game. A deflected shot. I can't remember who got the goal now. I cannot quite remember who got the goal, but it was needed. It was an important strike, and Forest had their nose. Well, Forest were level on terms of the scoreline, but that didn't last for long because Diego Jota have other ideas where a through ball comes in. He's controlled it superbly on his right foot, and he struck it even better on the left foot past Keylor Navas. But looking at that first half, Keylor Navas had to make one or two big saves, and one or two big saves he did. And the second goal, well, Alisson controlling the ball, controlling the ball and then passing out from the back, but he didn't pass to a red shirt. It went out for a throw, a long throw that caused Liverpool not to clear their lines. And Morgan Gibbs White with a fine strike, 2 deflections. The second one coming off Trent Alexander-Arnold and into the net to send the Forest fans into jubilation. But again, Forest did not. They failed to capitalise on holding the scoreline at 2 apiece. And that point might have proved very important, but it wasn't to be. That being said, Liverpool went up the other end and scored. Free kick conceded. Trent Alexander on Liverpool's right, and before you know it, the free kick comes in. Mo Salah gets on the end of it. First time strike in off the post, 3-2. And Forest again could have equalised immediately through Taiwo Awoniyi. I think it was an overhead kick that went just over the bar from the outstretched arm of Alisson. But that being said, Liverpool held on to claim victory. So it finished Liverpool 3, Nottingham Forest 2. Right, on to Sunday's game. Let's start off with Bournemouth v West Ham United. Well, having seen the highlights, West Ham United were in devastating mood, and you could see early on in that first half, cross comes in, Antonio with a bullet header, 1-0. And then that was early in the first half, and West Ham were in complete control, piling on the pressure on the Bournemouth defence. And before you know it, Soufal does well to produce a cross that was hanging up in the air, and Paqueta was also hanging up in the air, 2-0. And before you know it, West Ham going into the interval with a 2-0 lead. Bournemouth were the enemies of their own downfall, really. And West Ham made it 3 in the first half. And before you know it, Bournemouth were just out of sight. A set piece comes in or a cross, and it goes through Bournemouth's defence. Declan Rice was on hand to blast in the third. West Ham were in complete control. Second half, Bournemouth came out fighting, and fighting they did. But nevertheless, West Ham go on to get the fourth goal through a Scorpio finish by Pablo Fornells, and you can see how emotional he was because it's been frustrating for him and the team. In fact, the whole club, if you include the fan base. But that's part of football for you. But other than that, it's been a great weekend for West Ham and an appalling day for well, should I say, a great day for West Ham and an appalling day for Bournemouth. So it finished Bournemouth 0, West Ham United 4. Next game, game at St James's Park. If you're an Arsenal fan, well, you've got a beaming smile on your face because we witnessed the first 20 minutes of St James's Park fall to the home team, and they were on top of the game. They were on top, and well, Jacob Murphy in the right place and at the right time to slot in the opening goal of the game through good work by Joelinton, where he cuts inside 2 Tottenham defenders, releases the shot, well saved by Hugo Lloris, but falls into the path of Jacob Murphy. He slots it roof of the net, 1-0 to Newcastle United, and then moments later, 1-0 turned into 2-0. Joelinton on the score sheet, and it was through his start to the game, good start to the game, that he got onto the score sheet, and Newcastle are definitely cruising. Tottenham on the back foot, and they were in disarray, and even further disarray when Jacob Murphy receives the ball from 20 yards out and produces a low power driver into the far post, 3-0. What a strike and what a hit by Jacob Murphy. Even by the look of his face, he couldn't believe he's made it 3-0 to Newcastle. And that summed up Tottenham's afternoon at that point. And before you know it, well, Joe Willock, for me, he had a terrific start to the game and a terrific game overall. Played one of the passes of the season. And I'll tell you something, yeah. Had that been Ronaldinho at his best, had that been Zinedine Zidane, we'll be talking about it for weeks. But because it's Joe Willock, that'll be soon forgotten. And before you know it, he receives the pass, and my word, what a strike! What a pass, and what a good finish by Alexander Isak, 4-0 at the front post, at the near post, at the far post, at the far back stick. What a finish, and that's a dream ball for any striker in the world. And before you know it, Newcastle have created a number of opportunities, and Isak gets his 5th goal of the game. Oh well, Newcastle's 5th goal of the game. He's second, And it was a splendid finish by the Sweden international. And you could see Newcastle were cruising. But again, Tottenham were in shambles. 5-0 down at half time. I'm so sorry. This was just the thought of Tottenham being 5-0 down at half time. They're going to St James's Park in a game that they must win to salvage any hope of Champions League for next season. And they're sitting in the dressing room with a 5-0 shebang. Oh dear. What a shambles for the team in white. And in the second half, well, Harry Kane has taken on the Fabian Schär on the left-hand side, beats him on the outside, unleashes a left-footed shot past the outstretched foot of Nick Pope into the back stick, 5-1 Newcastle United. But the game was far from done. Newcastle were far from done, and they could have had more than 5, but they did get the 6th goal. Callum Wilson coming on within seconds, first touch, makes it 6-1, his first goal of that game. But I forgot to talk about Joe Willock's opportunity, where a foul was committed in the first half. Joe Willock launches onto it, and his shot was over the bar. He should have made it 6-0 to Newcastle at half time, but nevertheless, the game was done. And so was Tottenham. So it finished Newcastle United 6, Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur 1. So with nearly half an hour gone, I'm going to call it a day here. So yet again, ladies and gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, I thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and saving the best at last. I thank you so much for putting up with me as you do and my little cough. So do look after your friends, do look after your families, make sure you look after yourselves, which is always important. More peace, more lovings, more blessings, as per usual. That's from your host, your guy himself. We're going to chat again, yeah? Says DLG Repping. Wow. Just remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do all of that for me, yeah? One more thing for me, yeah? Just one more thing. Please always be nice. And I do mean be nice. Cheers.